Hi, everyone, and welcome to Morning Coffee Break. I hope everybody's doing good this morning. I'm feeling as expected after my infusion. My legs are sore, my stomach's bothering me. What it does is the Entyvio coats your entire GI tract to protect it from perforation, which has been a big problem of mine. It's almost killed me twice because you go into septic shock when what's inside your intestines gets out through the perforations. It poisons you. And that's the first thing that happened to me when I found out I had Crohn's. It perforated, went into septic shock. They operated on me, of course, and took some out. That's happened since. I've had sections taken out 3 times now, and it's no fun, believe me. But this is better than the Cimzia that I used to be on. They would give me 2 shots in my thighs. It was either that or my stomach, and I wouldn't let them put them in my stomach. But that stuff made me feel awful. I mean, made me feel like I had the flu for about 5 days at least. Every time I got it, and I was getting it once a month. So this is every 2 months, which is a blessing. And the side effects are just, I feel beat up, tired, and my stomach bothers me for a while. Until I guess it clears, does whatever it's supposed to do. And so, I'll be okay and everything like that. I'm just moving slow. It's cold anyway, so I'm not going to walk. We might be going to Walmart to get some produce. I got to check. From what I understand, on our, I showed that health benefits haul a while back from our insurance, where you get over-the-counter health products for free. Well, they added this new thing where you can get $25 worth of produce, which we did that was with an Ibotta haul at Walmart, and it worked fine. But I thought that was just the $25 was for the quarter, 3 months. But we talked to somebody else that said it's $25 per month for the 3 months. So I'm going to check and see if he has a balance that it says there's a $25 in there. I'm going to check on his card or whatever. And if it does, we need some produce. We need different things today. It's like coleslaw we need, onions, baby carrots, just different things, salad. So why pay for them, if we can get them for free? So I'm going to check on that, and we may be going to Walmart, but I don't want to buy a bunch of stuff. We got a list. I want to try to stick to my list. That's the problem at Walmart and Sam's Club too. You got a list, and you start looking around. Oh, that's nice. I've never seen that before. That looks good. That's the worst thing for us is picking up stuff that we don't need it, but we get it and we use it. But if we wouldn't have seen it, we wouldn't have got it. So that's kind of like why I like just to go to Aldi. Aldi's got just what they got, and that's it. You're not going to see a bunch of stuff new all the time. You do, but it might be something you didn't really care for getting anyway. But at Walmart, we see all kinds of stuff, that's new or we've never really looked at before, and just we get too much. So let's see how we do. Today's Saturday, February 6th. Currently it's 32. High is going to be 47 today. 60% precipitation chance and 80% humidity. There's no wind, which that's good, and the air quality is good at 42. So, yeah, I'm not going to walk back and forth all over Walmart either. Hey, it used to, for several years, probably, I don't know, at least 6 years, I had to have a scooter at Walmart. I could not walk that far I still have hernias. I still have 3 of them, but I had one that was down near my groin that was really bad. I mean bad. If I was up upright, walking or something for more than 10 minutes, it would get strangled like, and it would start burning and hurting real bad, and I'd have to go out to the car. But if I was on a scooter, I'd be okay. It'd still bother me a little bit being upright. But I basically couldn't even be upright hardly because of it. And I got that one fixed, and then after I got it fixed, I got a abscess in it. So then that's what how I ended up with the abscess and like an infection and stuff, and ended up back in the hospital again this past end of February in 2020, and they took more of my intestines out. But they at least fixed the fistula that was there. But now I've got a ostomy bag. But at least I'm able to eat more and I feel a lot better than I did back then. But it's just one thing after another. I had that hernia surgery, then turned around and that happened. Had the other surgery. That's how things have gone before. Sometimes I've had surgeries, then go back, get it infected or something, and go back and they do surgery again and stuff. So that's how it added up to 14. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be walking too much today. But yeah, I did use scooters. I mean, I'm glad for them. Whenever I had to have them, because I wanted to get out some. Only thing is, Aldi doesn't have a scooter, and someone stole their wheelchairs twice. They got one. Somebody stole it. Then they said they weren't going to get another one. Then finally they did, and then somebody stole it. So they don't have one now. But they still should have one. I don't know what they could do about it. Maybe put one of those things that goes off where it can't go out in the parking lot. I don't know. But that's pitiful. People steal a wheelchair. Today's thumbnail is Captain D's from last night. That's another story. They didn't get our order right, and we were hungry. There was a lot of traffic. It was getting late, dark, and we just said, when we got home, we should have checked it, but we were in a hurry, and we thought for sure they would get it right. We ordered the 10-piece fish family meal. We ended up with the 10 pieces of fish and the hush puppies, but the only thing we were supposed to have after that was like the family coleslaw and 4 baked potatoes, which we paid like 99 cents more or something like that for each one or something. It was like 50 some cents more each. It was like $1.98 or something like that extra for 4 of them. What we ended up with was the 10 pieces of fish and the hush puppies, and then they gave us 2 orders of somebody's. They gave us like a 2-piece fish meal with 2 sides, and then they gave us grilled fish with 2 or 3 sides also. And I had 2 sides also, and hush puppies. So we actually probably ended up getting more. I know we ended up getting more fish that way because we already had 10, and there was 2 in that. We got like 13 pieces of fish. But we didn't get our slaw. I think Logan's had slaw with it and broccoli. The one that Joy and I ended up splitting the vegetables. That's why it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of vegetables on that. The other one had broccoli and okra. And so we just split it. I mean, we weren't going to go back. It was cold. Going to get cold, and everything, and the vegetables were already cold, so we just said phooey on it. I guess, when we got another, I used that $10 gift card from Fetch, and I've got another $5 one, but the guy kind of rushed us. I was trying to get it. I didn't know what to do, It's the first time I used a digital coupon or a gift card, and he was rushing me and stuff. They weren't even all that busy, but he just acted like, he just didn't want to fool with us. All they were doing is drive through, it seemed like. They didn't want to fool with us or something. And then they give us the wrong stuff, so I just said, you know what? I think we came out better anyway, than if we just got the slaw and potatoes. So we just ate it, I mean, we still got enough for tonight. We got a little heartburn, I think, from that fish, but it's really good. So we got plenty of fish left and stuff, and hush puppies. So we'll just have that again tonight. But you know, you can't even get it right when it's not even really that busy. I mean, come on. Pay attention to what you're doing. You're lucky you have customers these days. You know, we haven't been there in probably 20 years. This is a new store, though. I mean, a new restaurant built. The other one closed down. But, you know, I wasn't impressed at all. The food was great, though. I don't have nothing against the food. It was the people that were there didn't act like they appreciated the business, and they couldn't even get it right, you know. I told the guy, give me the stuff for I need sour cream and anything that goes with the baked potatoes. He should have known right then to look for the baked potatoes. There was one thing of sour cream in there and about 3 things of butter. I mean, come on, you wouldn't put one little tube of sour cream in there for 4 potatoes anyway. So I'm not impressed at all. And I'll probably just go ahead and tell them about it when we go back and use the other $5. If I didn't have another $5 gift card, I wouldn't go back. I would not go back. As much as Long John's used to bother me, I'd go there before I'd go back, just because I think I'll do a survey or something also, probably. So anyway, tonight I might do a new segment I've been throwing around called Chatting with My Tablet. It's something I was thinking I could do with my tablet with Alexa in between doing the Ask My Tablet. You know, we wait on, like I need 17 more questions for Ask My Tablet. As soon as we get enough, we'll be able to do another one. And the one last night, if you haven't seen it yet, it was hilarious at the end. So check it out. You'll laugh, I promise. And but tonight, I mean, like I said, I've been doing some things with her on there to see what she does if I ask certain things. And I've got a list of things that I've been doing, and I think you'll be interested, and it's funny. It's a lot of funny stuff. So I'll probably be doing that. If you notice, I'm a little shaky. I'm always that way after my infusions too. Nothing I can do about it. So yeah, I think I'll do it and see what y'all think about it. Unless other things come up or something, like I said, nothing's set in stone. But I like to say what I would like to do, and then when things happen, I just have to do other things. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the question now that I've got a little story. Do you think the new strain of Covid-19 will make the vaccine useless? I'm hearing a lot of that. I try not to look at so much of the news because it's depressing. And you hear so many things that will get you worried or something, and then you hear something the next day like that's not true, or, it contradicts what the things that you were worried about, and just no use in getting that way every day. Excuse me. But here's the question. Yeah, do you think the new strain of COVID-19 will make the vaccine useless? And I sure hope not. But okay. Little story today. I thought I would do one where I didn't get hurt. And I've got a football one for tomorrow, it being Super Bowl Sunday. So what it is, this is in Michigan. That puts me about 13, 14 years old. We used to ride our bikes everywhere, all the time. We use the old cards. You take your ball cards or playing cards or something, and put the clothespin on them, and it sounded like a motor, like a motorcycle or something. Or so we thought. But we would ride around, and my friend, I believe his name was Terry. I had another one named Chris that we used to ride around different places. Chris already had a fancy 10-speed, not us. We had the old Spider bike with the thing in the back, well, not a headrest, but I mean, like the little bar that went up, made it look cool. And the handlebars that weren't just like regular ones, they were like, and all that. Banana seat, and I use that my bike for everything that I could. But we would go about, see, I made my own money. That's another story. I had a mowing business. And so we, like once a month, I guess, probably, maybe twice a month, not for sure, about maybe twice at the most, we would ride our bikes to the next town over, but it wasn't like, it might have been 5 miles away. And they had a penny candy store. If y'all are about our age, you remember the penny candy stores. I mean, everything was a penny. They had stuff over a penny, but they had this whole area. Everything was a penny. So that was just right up our alley. I mean, $1 and 100 pieces of candy for $1. I mean, why not? I think I know they had like Hershey bars back then, and Milky Way's been around a long time. They might have had Milky Way. I'm not for sure about Snickers. They had the Mars bar back then that had the almonds. I don't see those anymore. I mean, had almonds, on it, Mars bar. And they had Three Musketeers. They would be like 5 cents back then. Now they're like $1, But we would go around the whole area. I mean, there was a bunch of it, racks. And we would get at least $1 worth. About a half a bag, little, that looked like a lunch bag. So then throw it in there, and I don't know if he weighed it. I don't think he weighed. I think he actually counted it out, or just asked us how much was in there. I'm not for sure about that, but we get at least $1 worth, half a bag probably, and then we were set for quite a while. That's why we didn't need to come every week. But then after we would get done at the candy store, there was a drugstore real close by. I don't think it was attached to the same building. I think it was separate buildings. Went to the drugstore, and they had the fountain. We sat at the counter, ordered stuff. I'm sure they had food too, but we weren't interested in food. We had candy. Well, we want some breakfast or anything. We had plenty of candy. So I probably ate something at home or something, Pop-Tart or something before we left. But we would sit down and order us, they had Coke and Sprite. I don't know if they had much more than that really back then. They didn't have Diet Coke back then, and they didn't have Mellow Yellow. So I'm not for sure I don't think they had many more drinks, Coke at that time. But we would get either a cherry Sprite or a chocolate Coke. You'd order a Sprite, and he'd take that syrup that he uses for the other fountain stuff, or for, I guess, ice cream or something like that. And he would put it in there with the Sprite. A couple squirts, take that thing, mix it up. And it was just delicious. And then we would have him also put, chocolate in with the Coca-Cola. And it was good. I haven't done that since I was a kid, but we thought it was good. But I usually got the cherry Sprite. I usually wanted it instead. I think once in a blue moon we would get us a milkshake. But we just wanted that, those drinks mainly. We'd sit there and sip on it, talk for a while about what we were going to do that day, or what kind of sports maybe we'll get everybody together to play. Usually baseball, in the summer. We'd get a bunch of us to play. But then we'd ride back home, and he'd go on home. His was on the way home. Mine was a little further. And then he'd just go on and see each other later on in the day with a bunch of other kids playing. That's what everybody did. Get out and play. Don't just sit in the house. play video games. But that's today's story, and I didn't get hurt in this one. Maybe my teeth might have got hurt by all that candy, but it was a good memory. So everybody, I hope you enjoyed today's story time and morning coffee break. Please press that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out, and share with everyone, please. All right, I'm not exactly for sure what I'll do next, but I'll see when I do it. So, all right, everybody, I appreciate you for watching so much and your support and everything. And I hope everybody's doing well, and have a great day. God bless.